my online classes. We are doing exercise 7.9 of your NCERT book. Topic is definite integration. Today we are writing the question number 15 of NCERT. The question is limit 0 to 1 x e to power x square. We are going to integrate this function within given. Okay. So first we write the question here I is equal to integration 0 to 1 x e to power x square. Every student knows that what is the integration of e to power x is always e to power x plus c. Okay, but in place of x square, in place of x square is present. Okay, in place of x square is present, then here we do a substitution. Okay, what we substitute here, let x square is equal to t. If we substitute this, then whole function is changed in terms of t. Then what we do, we differentiate both the parts to find the value of dx. That dx will also change into dt. Okay, now differentiating with respect to x. So this is d by dx of x square is equal to dt by dx. Now when the derivative of x square is 2x is equal to dt by. Now cross multiply with 2 dx is equal to dt. Then the value of dx is equal to dt upon 2x. Now when we substitute, all the values are here. So we get I is equal to integration 0 to 1 x e to power t. In place of dt we write dt upon 2x. Here we see that the x cancel and the 1 by 2 is constant, so come out from the integration. So this is e to power t. And here we also write that the integration of e to power t is also e to power t. This is 0 to 1. Now student, at last we put the value of t is x square. So this is 1 by 2 e to power x square 0 to 1. Now substitute the limit. This is e to power 1 minus e to power 0. So this is 1 upon 2 e minus 1. So if you will note down, this is a good question. Now students, this is question number 17 of your NCERT book. We are going to integrate within given limits. Okay. Now what we do first, we write separate integration of each of the function. So this is I is equal to, first we write this 2 is constant, so we take outside from the integration. This is sec square x dx. Here is 0 to pi by 4 s cube dx plus 2 is constant 0 to pi by 4 1. Integration of sec square x is 10x. Integration of sec square x is 10x. Integration of sec square x is 10x. So here we write I is equal to 2 times this becomes 10x. The limit is 0 to pi by 4. X cube is x 4 by 4. 0 to pi by 4 plus 2x 0 to pi by. Now putting the limit So this is 10 pi by 4 minus 10 0 plus pi by 4 to power 4 upon 4 minus 0 plus 2 pi by 4 minus 10 pi by 4 is 1 and 10 0 is 0. So this becomes 2 into 1. 10 0 is 0. Students, remember this, 10 0 is 0. So only this portion is there. Here we write for 10 0 is equal to 0. And this portion, this is pi to power 4 upon 4 to power 4 upon 4. So this is 4 to power 5. And plus this is 2 pi by, this is your final answer. So students, note this whole question. Okay, now here we write another question, and this is the question number 18 of your NCERT. The question is limit 0 to pi by pi sin square x by 2 minus cos square x by 2 dx. This is another very good question. If you are thinking seriously, we see that this is a formula. And what is the formula? Formula of cos A. Cos A is cos square A by 2 minus sin square A by 2. This is your formula. But here cos is negative, sin is positive, so this is minus cos A. Minus cos A is sin square A by 2 minus cos square. So here we write this is minus 0 to pi cos x. So this is minus integration of cos x is sin x, and coefficient goes in divisor, so this is 0 to pi. Okay, here we write cos integration of cos x dx is equal to sin x. So this going upward, so this is 2, putting the limit, this is sin pi by 2 minus sin of 0, and the value of sin pi by 2 is 1 and sin 0 is 0. So whole becomes 1, so this is minus 2 into 1, this minus. So if you will note this question, now this is your homework time. How are you? We are doing definite integration, and here we write a question, a very good question of definite integration. We are going to find the value of limit 0 to pi by 2 cos x, 1 plus sin x and 2 plus sin x. So how we will solve this type of problem? If we see clearly, here is the function sin x and here its derivative is written. Okay. So in few question we also use a substitution method for that type of question. So here we also substitute, let sin x is equal to t. Okay, if we substitute sin x is equal to t, then whole the function is changed in respect of t. So in place of dx we need dt. For that we differentiate the function both sides. So differentiate the function d upon dx sin x is equal to dt by dx. Okay students, and our student knows what is the derivative of sin x. So derivative of sin x is cos x is equal to dt by dx. From here we find the value of dx. So dx is equal to dt upon cos x. We also change the limit. The rule for changing the limit, we substitute here 0 and here pi by 2, then we find the value of t, and this is our new limit. So when x is equal to 0, Here we put 0, sin 0 is equal to t, and the value of sin 0 is 0, so t is equal to 0. When x is equal to pi by 2, we get sin pi by 2 is equal to t. The value of sin by pi by 2 is 1, so t is equal to 1. So we change the whole function in respect to t. Now our integration become 0 to 1. Here is cos x, and this is 1 plus t, and here 2 plus t dt upon cos x. Now student, we see that the cos x and cos x is cancelled out. Now in our new step we write I is equal to 0 to 1 dt upon 1 plus t and 2 plus t. We already solved this type of question. We also given this type of question in few students for test. They are coming to school, and here is one. It means we use a difference method. We use a difference method. For difference method, here we write 0 to 1 2 plus t minus 1 plus t. This is your difference method. This is your difference method of integration. Here we write dt. Now see what happens. If we open this bracket here, 2 plus t minus 1 minus t, this is cancel out and this become 1. So there is nothing change. And when we see that there is a difference, so we write in difference form. Now we break this integration. We get 2 plus t upon 1 plus t, and here 2 plus t dt. Now this is minus 0 to 1 1 plus t upon 1 plus t 2 plus t dt. Student, we see that this is cancel out, and here 1 plus t is 1 plus t is also cancel out. Now the integration becomes 0 to 1 1 upon 1 plus t dt minus integration 0 to 1 dt upon 2 plus t. So this is log t and this is log t, because we know that the integration of 1 upon t dt is equal to log of t. This is your formula. So here we apply the formula. So I is equal to, this is log t and this is also log t, and the whole the limit is 0 to 1. Now student, we apply the formula log m minus log n. Here we apply the formula log m minus log n is equal to log m by n. So this become I is equal to integration log 1 plus t upon 2 plus t is 0 to 1. Now what we do is, first we put the upper limit is 1, so this become log 1 plus 1 upon 2 plus 1 minus lower limit 0. This is log 1 plus 0 upon 2 plus 0. So this become log 2 by 3 minus log 1 by 2. Okay, so again we apply this formula, so this become log 2 by 3 upon 1 by 2. This is log 4 by 3 is your final answer. So student, note this question. This is a very good question, and here we use a substitution method and how we change the limit. All these things are very good that you are understand. So note down. Student, here I write another good question for you. This is based on the substitution, because we see that the derivative of this function tan inverse x is present here. So we substitute tan inverse x. Okay. For substitution, we see that there is any derivative of the function. Okay. Here we see that the derivative of tan inverse x is present here. So we use the substitution for this. Let substitute tan inverse x is equal to t. Okay, so we find the derivative d upon dx tan inverse x is equal to dt by dx. The derivative of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square dt by dx. So here we find the value of dx is equal to 1 plus x square. Also we change the limit. For changing the limit when x is equal to 0, here we substitute 0, tan inverse 0 is equal to t. The value of tan inverse 0 is 0. So this is new limit. When we put value 1 at x is equal to 1, we get tan inverse 1 is equal to t. The value of 1 is pi by 4. So t is equal to pi by 4. Here we get a new limit is 0 and pi by 4. Now we write original question. So original question I is equal to limit is changed 0 to pi by 4. This is your new limit. Here we substitute t square 1 plus x square. In place of dx we write 1 plus x square dt. Now this is cancelled out. So 0 to pi by 4 t square dt. Every student is known what is the derivative integration of t square is t cube by 3. So here we write the formula integration x to power n dx is equal to x to power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. Apply this formula here, we get this is 1 by 3 t cube and the limit is 0 to pi by 4. Now putting the value of limit, we get pi cube upon 4 4 just 16 4 just 64 minus 0. So I is equal to pi cube upon multiply by 3 3 4 just 12, 1 carried 3 6 just 18 and 1 19. This is your final answer. So student, note this question. The derivative of sin inverse x is this. So we substitute sin inverse x is equal to t. Let's do this. Okay. Let sin inverse x is equal to t. Now the derivative of sin inverse x is equal to dt by dx. This is 1 upon root 1 minus x square is equal to dt by dx. Now the value of dx is equal to root 1 minus x square dt. When x is equal to 0, sin inverse 0 is 0, t is equal to 0. When x is equal to 1, sin inverse 1, the value of sin inverse 1 is pi by 2. So our limit is also changed. So integration is 0 to pi by 2 t root 1 minus x square. Here the value of dx is 1 minus x square dt. This is cancelled out. Now look here, I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 t dt. Now integrate this. This is t square by 2 integration limit 0 to pi by 2 value. Putting the value of limit upper limit, this is pi square by 4 upon 2 minus 0. I is equal to pi, this is cancel out, I is equal to pi square by 2. This is your final answer. Okay, so student, note this question. Student, now putting the value of limit, so we get this is 1 by 2 pi square by 4 and this is 0 because upper lower limit is 0, so final answer is I is equal to pi square by 8. This is your final answer. So student, note down. Student, this is another question of substitution. We know there is no function of e to power minus 1 upon x. We know e to power x. Okay. So in place of minus 1 upon x, we need e to power x or e to power minus x. So here we do substitution. We let minus 1 upon x is equal to t. Now differentiate. This is minus d by dx. 1 upon x dt upon dx. So derivative of 1 upon x is minus 1 upon x square is equal to dt by dx. So this is cancel out. So dx is equal to x square dt. We also change the limit when x is equal to 1, t is equal to minus 1 by 1 means minus 1, and when x is equal to 2, t is equal to minus 1 by 2. Here we also change the limit. Now substitute all these values. Our new limit is minus 1 to minus 1 by 2. So our new limit is minus 1 to 1 by 2 and this is 1 upon x square and e to power t, and here we write x square dt. This is cancelled out. Okay. So we get this is integration minus 1 to minus 1 by 2 e to power t dt. The derivative of e to power t is also e to power t, here minus 1 and minus 1 by 2. Now we put the limit, this is e to power minus 1 by 2 minus e to power minus 1. This means 1 upon root e and this is 1 upon e, taking the LCM, e is LCM, here is root e minus 1. This is your final answer. So student, note this question. Here we write another question, very good question, very nice question, and look what is the format of the question. Because if you always remember the format of the question, so it is very easy for us that we can solve other questions very easily. In this question here, nothing is present in numerator, only 1 is present. And in base cos square x plus sin square x is present, but cos square x and sin square x is present, but their coefficients are different. In that type of question, always divide numerator and denominator by cos square. Always note this step, note. Always divide numerator and denominator by cos square x. Always divide numerator and denominator by cos square x. Okay, now let's solve this. This is 0 to pi by 2. Here we divide 1 upon cos square x dx. After dividing cos square x cancel out, a square plus b square sin square x upon cos square x. Now this becomes 0 to pi by 2 sec square x dx. This is a square plus b square tan square x. Now student, we see that the derivative of tan x is sec square x is present. So it's very easy. We substitute tan x is equal to t. We substitute tan x is equal to t. Okay, or we substitute whole b tan x is equal to t. Let b tan x is equal to t. So b derivative of tan x is equal to dt by dx. Every student knows this is sec square x dt by dx. It means dx is equal to dt upon b sec square x. Okay, now we write here step. This is I. Now here we change the limit when t is equal to 0. Tan 0 is 0. When t is equal to 0, this becomes 0. So all the value becomes 0. Okay. When t is equal to 0, then this becomes 0. So all the value becomes 0. Listen carefully and look this step. If you are not looking this step, then you are unable to understand what is going there. Here we change limit for you. When t is equal to 0, sorry, when x is equal to 0. Now we substitute here 0, so we get v tan 0 is equal to t, and tan 0 is 0, so whole this becomes 0. Now here, when x is equal to pi by 2, so this becomes b tan pi by 2 is equal to 0, and tan pi by 2 is infinite. Tan pi by 2 is infinite, so whole the value become infinite. Now we substitute all the things here. So we get I is equal to 0 to infinite sec square x upon a square plus t square. In place of dx we write dt upon b sec square x. This is cancelled out. Student, we see that the b is constant, so taking outside the integral, now here we get 0 to infinite dt upon a square plus t square. This is a formula. And what is the formula? Here we write for you dx upon a square plus x square is equal to 1 upon a tan inverse x by a plus c. So we take b in the direction, so our calculation is easy. So this becomes 1 upon a tan inverse t by a, and here limit is 0 to infinite. So I is equal to move b here 1 upon ab, putting infinite, so this is tan inverse infinite minus tan inverse 0. Tan inverse 0 is 0 and tan inverse infinite is pi by 2, so this becomes 1 upon ab pi by 2. After solving this is pi upon 2ab. This is your final answer. So student, note this question. These are very good questions. Definite integration. We are first going to solve this problem. Here the problem is 0 to infinity sin tan inverse x upon 1 plus x square. How we will find the value of this integration? Okay. In this question, here we see that the derivative of tan inverse x is 1 plus x square is present. So in substitution method, we consider tan inverse x is equal to t. Okay, now let's solve this. Let us consider tan inverse x is equal to t. Now derivative of this function is d upon dx tan inverse x is equal to dt by dx. This become 1 upon 1 plus x square is equal to dt by dx. It means dx is equal to 1 plus x square dt. Now student, we substitute all these values here. We also change the limit when x is equal to 0. Here we put tan inverse 0 is equal to x. It means 0 is equal to x. Sorry, here is t is present. Now when x is equal to infinite, we know that the tan inverse infinite is pi by 2. So this is pi by 2 is equal to t. So all the value changes in the term of t. Now we write here this is 0 to pi by 4. Sorry, this is pi by 4. Okay, 0 to pi by 4. This is sin t upon 1 plus x square. Here 1 plus x square t. Now this is cancelled out. So this is 0 to pi by 4 sin t dt. Now student, everyone knows what is the derivative of sin t is minus cos t. The limit is 0 to pi by 4. Now first we put upper limit. Here now apply minus sign. Due to this minus is for positive cos 0. So this is minus 1 upon root 2 plus 1, or I is equal to taking LCM root 2 minus 1 upon root 2. So this is your final answer. So if you note this question. Student, this is another question. Here is a question based on ITF inverse Tycho function. Here sin inverse x is present. So what is need of sin inverse? In ITF we already learned what is need of. Sin inverse need sin. If we clearly see that if tan is present, so this become 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta means sin 2 theta. So sin 2 theta is equal to 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. This is your sin 2 theta. So what is tan need? Sin need. Sin need, this becomes sin. So in place of x we put tan theta. So let x is equal to tan theta. So after differentiating this becomes sec square theta, or dx is equal to sec square theta d theta. We also change the limit when x is equal to 0, we put 0 here, theta is 0. When x is equal to 1, tan 1 is pi by 4, so theta is equal to pi by 4. So our question is changed in the form of I is equal to 0 to pi by 4 sin inverse 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta, and this is also sec square theta d theta. So this becomes sin 2 theta I is equal to 0 to pi by 4 sin inverse sin 2 theta and sec square theta. This is cancel out. So here I is equal to 0 to pi by 4 2 theta sec square theta d. Now question is reduced in important part of the integration. Here is two functions are present. One is algebraic function, other is trig function. So here we use a rule of integration of by part. So this is your first function and this is your second function. So we write first function as it is and integrate second function minus apply negative sign. Here in this integration, differentiation of first function and integration of second function, then this is dx. This is a rule of substitution. Here we take this is your first function and this is your second function. So what we do here, we write first function as it is and integration of second function. Now apply negative sign in this integration, differentiation of first function and integration of second function, and the whole limit is 0 to pi by 4 and this 2 is here. So student, this is I is equal to 2 theta sec square theta is tan theta minus integration this become 1, 2 is constant, so this is 2 tan theta d theta and the whole limit is 0 to pi by 4. Now I is equal to this is integrated 2 theta tan theta 0 to pi by 4 and the integration of tan theta is log sec theta. So this is minus 2 log sec theta and the limit is 0 to pi by 4. Now we apply the upper limit. This is 2 pi by 4 tan pi by 4 and 0 is 0 minus 2 log sec pi by 4 and sec 0 is 1, so whole is 0. Okay. Now I is equal to 2 pi by 4 into 1 minus 2 log root 2. Okay. So this is 2. So final answer is pi by 2 minus 2 by 2 log 2. This is cancel out or pi by 2 minus log 2. This is your final answer. So student note down. This is another good question of the substitution. I will tell you many times there is no integration of the log x. So if in integration log x is present, so always substitute log x. Okay. In integral log x is not possible. We do log x by use of by part you will learn in previous chapter, and here we use a substitution method. Okay, so let us substitute. Let 1 plus log x is equal to d. Now differentiate the whole of the function. So d by dx 1 plus log x is equal to dt by dx. Now this becomes 0 and log x is 1 by x is equal to dt by dx. From here we find the value of dx. Okay, so dx is equal to x dt. Okay, we does not change the limit. After integrating we substitute the value of t, then put the limit. Okay. So this is 1 to 2 and this become t to power 4 upon x into x dt. This is cancel out. So I is equal to 1 to 2 t to power 4 dt and this become t to power 5 upon 5 limit 1 to 2. Here we are not changing the limit, so we substitute the value of t because these are limit of x. Okay, so I is equal to 1 by 5. In place of t we write 1 plus log x, and here is limit 1 to 2. Now we first substitute the upper limit 1 plus log 2, then minus 1 minus log 1. So this is cancelled out and the value of log 1 is 0. So final answer is 1 upon 5 log of 2. So student, note this question. 1 to 5 question from exercise 7.11, and today we are going to solve question number 6 and remaining question of the exercise. So here first we write the question number 6. This is a modulus function question, so we break the question. In modulus function question we break the question. For this we find the turning point of this. Turning point of this is if x minus 5 is equal to 0, then x is equal to 5 is a turning point. Okay, so our limit is break 2 to 5 plus 5 to 8 dx. In interval 2 to 5, this value is negative, and 5 to 8, this value is positive. How we know this value is negative? We put any value between 2 to 5. If we put 4 here, we got negative answer. If we put 6 here, we got positive answer. Put any value between the given interval and see whether it is positive or negative, and then according to the sign apply the sign here. Now we integrate this. This is x square by 2 minus 5x plus x square by 2 minus 5x. So first we put upper limit. This is 25 by 2 minus 25. Now apply minus sign, put lower limit 4 by 2 minus 10. Now same here, this is 64 by 2 minus 40 minus 25 by 2 plus 25. Now open all the bracket. So this is minus 25 by 2 plus 25. 4 to the 4 to 4 plus 2 minus 10. Okay. Now here is plus 32 minus 40 minus 25 by 2 plus 25. Okay, students. Minus 25 by 2 minus 25 by 2 become 25, and here is already 25 in positive. So this is 25 plus 25 cancel out. Okay. Now look here. 25 plus 32 plus 25. 32 plus 25 become 47. 32 plus 25 become 47, and this is 47 and plus 2 here. This is 49 minus 40. So this is 9. So 9 is a final answer, students. So note down this question. Okay. Student, this is question number 7. And based on the property 0 to a property, King's property based on the 0 to a. So here this is a given question, we write this question, this is equation first. Okay. So we apply here property 0 to a fx dx is equal to 0 to a f a minus x dx. Now after applying the property, we get 0 to 1, 1 minus x into x power n dx. In place of x, we put 1 minus x. Okay. Now open the bracket. 0 to 1, this is x to power n minus x to power n plus 1 dx. Now this is your simple integration. So this is x power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 minus x to power n plus 2 upon n plus 2. Now apply the limit. After applying the limit, we get 1 upon n plus 1 minus 1 upon n plus 2. Now taking the LCM, n plus 1, n plus 2 is the LCM. Here we get n plus 2 minus n minus 1. So I is equal to 1 upon n plus 1 n plus 2. This is your final answer, students. So note this question, and this question is very important question. Good question of your book. So we already see that this is the property of 0 to a. So we write equation first. Equation first is 0 to pi by 4 log 1 plus 10x dx. This is your equation first. Now use the property 4 is 0 to a f(x) dx is equal to 0 to a f a minus x dx. So I is equal to 0 to pi by 4 log 1 plus 10 pi by 4 minus x dx. I is equal to 0 to pi by 4 log 1 plus, apply formula 10a minus 10b. So this is 10 pi by 4 minus 10x upon 1 plus 10 pi by 4 10x. Student, here we apply formula 10a minus b, 10a minus 10b upon 1 plus 10a 10b, and everyone knows what is the value of 10 pi by 4. It is 1. So we put the value here. So I is equal to 0 to pi by 4 log 1 plus 1 minus 10x upon 1 plus 10x dx. Now taking LCM, after taking LCM we get log 1 plus 10x plus 1 minus 10x upon 1 plus 10x dx. And here we see that the 10x cancel out. So this integral becomes 0 to pi by 4 log 2 upon 1 plus 10x. Now apply the property of log m by n is equal to log m by n is equal to log m minus log n. So I is equal to 0 to pi by 4, this is log 2 dx minus 0 to pi by 4 log 1 plus 10x dx. And this is become I. So here we write I taking log outside. So this is 0 to pi by 4 log 2 integration 0 to pi by 4 1 dx, and this become I. Taking I in RHS, so 2I is equal to log 2, this is x 0 to pi by 4. Now student, by applying the limit we get 2I is equal to pi by 4 log 2. So I is equal to pi by 8 log 2. This is your final answer. So note this question, students.